Welcome to paradise. Once upon a time, people queued to eat here, but Soho has lost its hustle and bustle. The owner says the government's new restrictions will force him to close within a month unless he gets more financial support, and everything he has is invested in the business.
15 years worth of life savings, everything that I've worked for, pretty much sold my flat, sold everything to take the gamble on starting this business. And in a matter of months it would have gone, so...
These three trade bodies surveyed their members, who collectively employ 3 million people in the leisure and hospitality industries. 1 in 4 says they'll be bust by Christmas without more financial support from government. Half say they won't survive beyond the middle of next year. And according to the survey, up to 675,000 jobs are at risk. The survey was carried out last week before the new restrictions were introduced. The new guidance to work from home is a disaster for businesses in city centres. People were starting to return to the office. Around the country today, high streets were sparsely populated. The CBI warns that without action, hundreds of thousands of jobs could be needlessly lost.
I've been speaking to businesses this morning who have had to confirm redundancies today on the back of yesterday's news, because they haven't got any clarity around what happens to the job retention scheme after the end of October. So this is really urgent.
The Chancellor's furlough scheme, which ends next month, still supports around 3 million jobs. The CBI wants him to extend it. But under the CBI proposals, only people working at least half their contracted hours would qualify, and the taxpayer contribution would become less generous, falling to below 20% of pay. The Treasury says the Chancellor has a plan and will reveal all tomorrow. It has also cancelled the budget, which was scheduled for November. The government's Eat Out to Help Out scheme helped Fuller's reopen most of its 420 pubs. The company says the new restrictions will now mean pub closures and redundancies.
What I'm frustrated by actually is the inconsistent messaging that government are sending. Don't go to offices, go out to pubs. Please go out to pubs even more. Don't go out to pubs. Imagine trying to run a business and trying to maintain a workforce with such inconsistent messaging.
The Chancellor has previously cautioned that extending the furlough scheme could keep people in jobs which are no longer viable. We're about to find out if he's changed his mind.
There are 3 ways to watch sports. You can pay for a ticket and cram yourself into the stands. You can brew a potion that lets you body swap with a backup punter. Or you can go to a sports bar. Here you'll get some of the stadium experience. Everyone cheers good plays, boos blown calls, and razzes the other team's miserable lone fan. But at a sports bar, instead of sitting on a cold, hard seat, you can soak up action from the comfort of plush booths and high-back chairs. No one blocks your view, because no one brings signs to a sports bar. But even if they did, there's HD TVs everywhere, above the bar, in the bathroom, in the walls of the booths, even implanted in your server's forehead. And the food is way tastier than even the fanciest fancy stadium fare. Plus, the beer comes in a frosty, cold glass instead of a plastic cup. Some sports bars align with individual teams, colleges, or unusual sports. The jerseys, memorabilia, photos, and flags on their walls announce their allegiances. But other places are shrines to all things athletic. Whatever the big game is that day, they'll have it on. If not, they'll flip through a few hundred channels until they find lesser-watched sports, such as cricket or underwater novel writing. And some sports bars even let you get in on the competition. Darts, pool, shuffleboard, and other in-house games aren't just good for helping halftime pass faster. They're a great way to settle arguments over whose mascot has the muscliest muscles.